Well, congratulations, Martin. That was more like it tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was disappointing on Saturday. Everybody knows that. Nobody felt it more keenly than we did. And we obviously had to raise our standards tonight. And you probably saw Douse out on the pitch with the team before the game to just remind everybody that he's in charge and that he can sort out problems pretty quickly, as it turned out this time, 3 days later, and we played pretty well in the second half. The first half, obviously the first goal was important. Just before the first goal, Craig Ross made an outstanding save, maybe the save of any Woking goalkeeper this season. Had we gone behind, I'm sure the fans would have been very frustrated, and it might have been difficult for the players to play, but we got the first goal, and Heidi with an excellent header, great ball in by Toby, which he rounded off, and then our set plays worked pretty well tonight, and we played some good football, I thought, of a free-flowing nature, and we didn't get goals from that, and that's something we've just talked about in the dressing room. We've got to be a bit more ruthless, a bit more aggressive, a bit more decisive, a bit more selfish, I said, one or two players to take it on, but 3-0's a nice scoreline. It's always been my favourite scoreline to win by, because it just shows you haven't run away with it, but you've put a bit of distance between ourselves and the opposition.
And how difficult was it to drop, if that's the right word, Max Kretschmar, leading scorer, on the bench, and Greg Lure came in tonight?
Yeah, Greg's in training, he's been absolutely outstanding. I mean, he's played for Hull City, he's still a young man, so he's got a lot of ability. I don't think the Woking fans have seen that yet. I thought it was better tonight. Max didn't play particularly well on Saturday, but he wasn't alone in that respect, and nobody did play well, so changes were made. It was maybe his turn to sit it out. When we were at Hampton together last year, about this time of the season, he was left out a couple of times as well, and he ended up with 20 odd goals and getting to the playoff final, so he'll come again, and it's a squad game. Every manager and assistant manager says that, and particularly it was only 3 days since Saturday, we wanted to just freshen it up a little bit, and Greg got the call.
And again, you decided to go with a very young midfield tonight, and they did you proud, didn't they? They really did.
I just said the combined age is 20, which makes them 10 each, but I think they're a little bit older than that, but they are very young, and obviously Toby's come from Nottingham Forest. His pedigree in the game is well known, actually. Charlie Hester-Cook, not yet, but I think the way he's performing for us. Dowse has always believed in young players, going back to his early days at Walton and Hersham, with people like Nathan Ellington, who went on to play top-level football, and we've done it. Christian Jolly is now at the other end of his career, but he was a young player that we got into the Football League as well. So I hope Charlie's got that in him. He's certainly got the temperament for it. He's got to prove that he's got the physique for it, and so far so good.
And a clean sheet, that must be pleasing as well.
Yeah, really pleasing for everybody. And we haven't let in that many goals, but we've at times looked vulnerable. I didn't think there were too many periods. Right at the end, maybe we lost our legs a little bit, and 3-0 sometimes you get a little bit sloppy. We would have liked to have finished a bit stronger, but we didn't suffer any disaster because of that. And funny enough, they brought on one of the Hampton Academy in Charlie Tengross in midfield, and he started to knock the ball around a little bit, so we knew what to expect, and it's been a good night. I mean, it was devastating at the weekend, and then obviously losing a football match is put into perspective by what we've all had to deal with in the last 3 days after what happened at Leicester City, and I think that's perhaps something to bear in mind. We want to win football matches, and we don't like losing football matches, but there are things that happen that have great significance, and certainly since I left here on Saturday with my work, I've had to be involved in that, and it's been quite a painful time for everybody around the football family, really. So there's a few smiles tonight, but we won't forget the awfulness of the weekend.
Indeed. And finally, an excellent turnout tonight. Cold Tuesday night,
fantastic.
Over 1,300 here.
Magnificent. We didn't give them anything to come back for from Saturday, and we wondered, I must say, in the warm-up, and you're thinking that people haven't come, but obviously they come late, and they time their arrival as well as we tried to time our attacks, and the backing, particularly in the second half. I know about the Kingfield Road end because obviously I've been here a few times before I got this lofty position at the club, and I've been trying to explain to those who haven't been here before that the noise levels are very good at that at that end of the ground, and they carried us forward. And of course, getting the penalty so early in the second half, we felt if we got the second goal, then the game would become a little bit simpler for us, and it did.
Lovely. Thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.